What's going on, guys? Thank you for joining the Tully broadcast. So as you can see, we have stepped up the pay grade as far as what we got going on here. So to most people, I want to say this is probably not going to be a face reveal because to the 15 people that watch my videos and stuff like that, this is, you know me and you know what I look like. So to you guys, this isn't a face reveal at all. But to the people that don't know me, the random people that don't know me on the internet, here I am. My name's the Tully Broadcasting. And as you can see, we got a new studio. So right now I'm in my basement. I know it's a little bit of a ghetto setup, but that's what I got. And this is what I got working with here. I don't know. Don't get mad at me. I don't got a lot going on here, but this is what I got. So we obviously got Saquon Barkley, young goat, young star. Hopefully he doesn't tear his ACL for the 5th time this year. Pray to God he doesn't. This kid's going to bring us to the moon. Then we got the Giants flag given to me by my lovely girlfriend. And this points out the many Super Bowls that we have. Sorry to the Broncos. Kind of murdered you guys. Wide right with the Bills. Sorry, Bills Mafia. Love you guys. Patriots fans. You know the story. So, and then to the left of me, this is going to be Adam Fox, defensive young stud for the Rangers. Going to bring us, again, also to the moon. I got 2 young studs here. Beautiful jerseys, signed up, ready to go. And the desk. Oh, every guy, every sports commentator, they got a desk. And I got one desk right here. So this is my desk. Hopefully, we're going to try to get some knickknacks going on in the beginning of the front here. But again, like we said, we're low budget right now. This might cost a couple bucks, yeah. So we're low budget. So hopefully, we'll budget that into the next video. But that brings me into what I was going to mention. So pretty much, as you can see here, I'm kind of changing up what I do with the videos. I used to just do I used to honestly just record on my iPhone, and then what I would do is I would just sort of I would crop it, I would put out a video of me just playing like NHL with my friends or something like that, and I would just kind of do that. And obviously, like that wasn't really, it was just weird, and I don't know, I don't like it. I like this idea. I like doing a studio, and I really wanted to do was like daily news sort of, but it just was too much of a pain in the ass. I work during the weekdays too. I work like a 9 to 5 sort of thing, so I'm going to be home on the weekends most of the time and stuff like that because I work another job as well. But yeah, I'm going to be doing weekly videos every week. I'm going to try to get them like out on Saturday, Sunday. Expect maybe more Sunday, but it depends. Like right now it's Friday night. I just watched Montreal beat the Jets 1-0, getting the series to go 2-0. So I was just watching that. And yeah, so pretty much what the goal is now is I just want to talk about regular sports news. I love just talking sports. Now, obviously, you're going to see we're going to be focused Giants all the way, and Rangers. Obviously, we're going to be focused on them, but that's kind of the goal, is to just kind of just talk about sports in general. Pretty much what I got in the itinerary. Guys, I got an itinerary with a napkin. Budget, low budget, that's what we are. So pretty much what we're going to be set up is we're going to be talking about like OTAs. We're going to start with OTAs. We're going to start about NFL football. OTAs just happened. Second day, I think, or like second week of OTAs. And then we're going to go into the NHL playoffs. Man, had they been amazing. Had they been fantastic. And then we're going to go into the basketball playoffs and LeBron, a.k.a. LeBron James. LeBron. So, yeah, we're going to go into that. But like I said before, this is what I want to do. Weekly videos, kind of going into every single day. Or just going over like the news of the week for like the sports and stuff like that. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm also going to be on Spotify as well. So if you're listening to me in your car and stuff like that, what's going on, you guys can't see the studio, highly recommend it. Go on YouTube, look up the Tully Broadcasting, and I will be on YouTube posting the videos of what this looks like. So again, that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. Really excited to kind of do this. It's a new direction we're going in, but it's the right direction that we're going to go in. Okay. So like I said before, itinerary, napkin, budget, that's what we're doing here. And pretty much what I got going on here to start off is I got OTAs, New York Giants. So the first week of OTAs happened last week. And I'm not going to lie, when I got those, I was a little nervous because I didn't see guys like Tooney there. I was like, Tooney, where the hell are you at? I didn't see KG, Kenny Galladay. I mean, I understood that. He's a veteran. The whole defensive back wasn't there. All of them weren't there. Leonard Williams wasn't there. A bunch of guys weren't there. And I was kind of sitting there. I was like, yo, where is everyone at? Like, I was like, what's good? I actually recorded a video that I forgot to upload. I didn't upload. But I recorded a video kind of mentioning like my first take and everything. I'm happy I didn't do that because I was a little pissed off about like everyone not showing up. It was ridiculous. Everyone showed up this second week. And I probably think that honestly the first reason why people didn't show up the first week was more of just like a team thing. Like Joe Judge was probably like, hey guys, I don't really want to do this. Like you guys, like I want to work with strictly just the rookies and stuff like that. Everyone was there was some people going crazy about Tooney not signing his contract. I wasn't nervous about that in the slightest. I mean, that's more just a formality bullshit. They gotta like dot the I's, cross the T's. That's pretty much all they had to do there. That was pretty dumb. But for the most part, That contract just got signed. I think it's 4 years, 13 point something million dollars. So, I mean, those are all easy because it's just like, okay, cool. What did the guy who was the 20th pick overall get last year? That's all that is. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I wasn't worried about that in the slightest. So, again, I'm super excited. Everyone showed up. And I was talking to my cousin earlier, to a special guest, reoccurring guest, really, probably going to be part of the show one day, hopefully. Liam, he was talking, and we were talking and stuff like that. And it's like so nice to like think about. Like the Giants have weapons. Like I go into every OTA. Like I don't really give a shit. I go into every single year. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like Sterling Shepard's our number one wide receiver. Yay! I love Sterling Shepard. Not number one. Not number one. I don't love Sterling Shepard number one. He's more of my slot guy. And now we can do that finally for the first time ever. It was so cool watching Kenny Golladay be on the field. I totally forgot that we had him. I was like, oh my God, we have this awesome piece. We have this number one wide receiver, clear number one wide receiver, just hanging out. You see him and Danny, which by the way, if you follow me on Instagram, you should. If you don't, name Tully Dude. Right, best name on Instagram, only one the name Tully Dude. But follow me on Instagram, Tully Dude. I post things all the time on my story and stuff like that regarding the Giants. That they were talking, and if you saw my picture I posted, Daniel Jones looks Aki, which if you don't know what Aki means, he looks jacked. He looks effing yoked. He looks crazy big. That guy put the grind in. He put the work in like he always does, and like I knew he would. I'm super excited to see him play. You know, they all look fantastic. He looks fantastic. You see him throwing the ball at Kenny Golladay. So yeah, I'm excited to see him play in just in general. But yeah, it's super cool to see that connection between the two players. Another player I don't think I saw today was Rudolph, but again, that's expected. You know, before the season kind of started, we knew he was a little injured with some kind of foot thing. Not a big deal though. The Giants said it's not a big deal. They could have backed out of the contract with him because they only had a handshake agreement, but they didn't. Ronnie Barber, I think is, or I'm actually I probably don't know exactly who the guy is for the medical office. I think it's something Ronnie Barber. I think I'm close to that. But he cleared it all good, so it was all good to go. So I'm not that worried about him at all. And same with Saquon. I think Saquon's still rehabbing off that ACL. Again, not a big deal. But mandatory camp starts pretty soon, which is they're going to have to go to. Hopefully by then they're pretty healthy. With ACLs nowadays, of Saquon especially, I mean, everyone says with Adrian Peterson, you know, he came off the ACL in 1 year, won the MVP the next year. So hopefully that's what Saquon can do. Not saying he's going to do that because it's hard to win. It's hard to win MVP. You saw Derrick Henry. If anyone's going to win MVP as a running back, it was Derrick Henry with 2,000 yards. But anyway, I'm digressing. So yeah, I mean, I don't see, you know, them missing that. I'm really excited to see them play and stuff like that. But again, I am super happy that everyone showed up to this week's OTAs and all played and all center buy-in. And what pisses me off, I hear with the New York media, and I mean, you're going to get this anyway. It's just New York in general. We're just a bunch of scums as far as the media go. But what made me so mad is everyone was bugging out, and they were calling Joe Judge a parody. I saw something that on the Entertainers post on YouTube. I was kind of looking at it before I started this. They called Joe Judge a parody, and they called Daniel Jones a coach killer. What are you on about? The Daniel Jones thing, give you that? We don't know. We don't know. We're a little iffy. But the Daniel Jones thing, I'll give you that. This is his year. This is last year. He's got to play. He's got to ball out. But the Joe Judge thing, what has he done wrong? Explain to me what Joe Judge has done wrong. Genuinely. Tell me what that guy has done wrong, and I'll argue with you because you're ridiculous. His coaching staff, perfect. Patrick Graham, don't get used to Patrick Graham's defense, guys. Don't get used to it. Let's just pray to Jesus he's coaching some guy up right now to figure out how to, you know, start a little legacy of coaches under Patrick Graham. That guy's going to be a head coach next year. Mark my words. Here today. What is it? June 4th, 11:35 at night. Mark my words. Patrick Graham will be a head coach next year. Jason Garrett also probably might be a head coach. That's going to be kind of trash. Whatever. We'll talk about that later, whatever. But Patrick Graham is an absolute stud. All of his coaches, all of the coaches he's picked up have been phenomenal. And one thing that people are like, oh my God, they have so many coaches. We had the most coaches apparently on the staff in the entire NFL. One thing that was absolute garbage was that people were saying, I like that. I genuinely kind of like that because he's not like, oh, this is my yada yada. He wants everyone to be involved in this. He wants a ton of people to be involved in this. He wants tons of people to kind of help out the entire team. He wants to make this team better. And I love that. I love Joe Judge. Anyone calling him a parody is an absolute joke, and they're just trying to get, you know, clicks and views on their stupid blog and stuff like that. If you're calling Joe Judge a parody, you're a parody. That's that for really OTAs. I mean, again, everyone showed up. I'm super excited. I'm super happy. I'm not sure if actually, I'm real quick. I don't know if the veteran DBs have showed up yet. I'm not totally sure about that. I don't remember seeing any pictures about them, but I think they're doing something. I heard that they're doing something like down south. I saw a bunch of pictures of them down south. Again, Logan Ryan, that 3-year contract is paying off. I saw him and stuff like that. He organized something for like, the players and stuff like that. So that's fine, whatever. I don't really care. You go do your thing. If you're grinding, you're grinding. That's all I care about. And you're not my fear. The New York pass defense, the NYPD is what they call it. The New York pass defense is going to be loaded. James Bradbury, you ever heard of him? James Bradbury, number 5 in the whole football league. Adoree Jackson, young stud. Oh, you ever heard of a guy named Logan Ryan? Stud. Jabril Peppers, Paramus Catholic, stud. Don Bosco also. You ever hear of a guy named Xavier McKinney? Alabama, stud. So yeah, be careful, league, because we are coming. The NYPD, New York Pass Defense is what they call them. I know it's not the cops or whatever, but New York Pass Defense, they're coming for you, and they're going to be so good. I cannot wait to see this team, and I can't wait to see I was talking about it, I was tweeting about it on Twitter. I cannot wait to see all the packages that these guys bring, because what this allows when they have such a fantastic pass defense, they can do 5 safeties and 5 defensive backs, which is fantastic. They can do if they can cover their wide receivers perfectly, they can get beautiful blitz packages that Patrick Graham loves to do. He couldn't really utilize that last year because, no offense to these guys like Isaac Yiadom, Ryan Lewis before he got hurt, Julian Love, they're not great. They're not the best players. They're not the best number 2s. So the number 2 guy, you guys, if you watched the Giants last year, I was kind of sitting there, I was like, oh no. Like so James Bradbury would lock off his guy and the ball gets thrown to the guy the cornerback too, and I'd be like, all right, please hope you drop it. So obviously that's here nor there. But yeah, so that's been really fun. I'm super excited to see what Pat Graham can do on defense. He's a great coach, fantastic coach. That guy will be a head coach, like I said before. Mark my words. All right, so that's enough about Giants. Again, I'm going to try to bring something about Giants every single week because, like I said, we're also a Rangers podcast as well. We're a Giants and Rangers podcast. I just got into hockey this year, guys. I'm sorry. I know it's a fantastic sport, but I just got into it this year. I'm super excited. I love it. I just got this jersey for my birthday, which was a couple weeks ago. But I love Adam Fox, my favorite player on the team. Panarin too, love him as well. But Adam Fox, love the guy, great player, great defenseman. So yeah, I'm gonna be talking about hockey too. Obviously for the Rangers, there's nothing really big. The only news I really got this week for the Rangers, which I'll go into right now, was the draft lottery. And we got the 15th pick, which was the last pick in the draft lottery. Whatever, not that fun. But again, the draft lottery was kind of weird because they had like the pre-draft order, and then legitimately, like I was watching it, I was like, oh, hopefully, someone's gonna fall. Like the number 7 is gonna be like the 13th pick or whatever. Like I was like, oh, it's gonna be crazy. Like it'd be fun or whatever. Literally, I swear, it was like number 15, 14 pre-draft lottery to actual draft. It was like it just went back up and down. It just went completely through the order. It was boring. Quite frankly, it was boring. I was like, what the hell am I watching here? It wasn't only cool. And it's not even like, I'm not going to act like I know because I really don't know. I see like with football and everything, like I was talking about the prospects. I knew the prospects, stuff like that. Hockey, I just don't. I really don't. I have no clue who these players are. I have no idea who's coming out. I have no idea who's good. I have no idea if it's a big deal because the Seattle was supposed to be the 3rd pick, but they jumped to number 2. Conspiratorial? I'll be a little conspiracy. A little awkward. You want to make your expansion draft? The number 2 pick? Just saying. Whatever though, we'll walk away. But yes, they jumped to number 2, and then I believe the Ducks got 3, and then obviously, thank God for the Sabres. They got the 1st pick. They deserved it. They were really bad this year, and they need a 1st pick. So yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty interesting. Looking forward to see what happens there. I'll probably watch the draft. I will watch the draft. I'll definitely also make a video, or we'll be talking about this as well in this video. I'm sorry. Because they do have to do the who the players they want to keep. They do have to keep the keeper team or whatever they have to do for the expansion draft because the Seattle will get so each team has to say these are the players I want to keep, and it's kind of like a weird thing. I don't really know exactly, but and then Seattle gets the pick of whoever those players are. So I'm really interested to analyze that and see who we keep and who we feel is valuable. There's a couple guys that obviously come to mind. Like obviously we're gonna keep Igor, the goalie. Obviously we're gonna keep Artemi Panarin. We're gonna keep Zibanejad. We're gonna keep. We just signed Brian Lindgren to a contract, so we're going to keep him. We're going to keep Keandre Miller, and because he's also a really good young player, just not as good as Fox, but really good young defenseman. Should probably blossom to a good player. We're going to keep Fox as well, obviously. So there's some players we're going to obviously keep, and then there's a couple other guys that I don't know what we do with them. So yeah, that's that. That has to just do with the draft lottery. It's kind of boring, like I said, half an hour, 15 minutes, whatever it was. It was pretty boring. But to go into the playoffs. And now I know I'm a little late, so I feel like this isn't that big of a deal to talk about. I'm sorry to the Leafs, Maple Leafs, but oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. I really am. This is like their 67th year or something like that. Not winning the Stanley Cup or whatever. I think I heard like today on Spit and Chicklets, maybe yesterday. So it could be 28 days from now. 28 days from now, I think they will break the record for longest Stanley Cup drought, which is ridiculous. It's like 67 years or something like that. It's absurd. And then the last time they made it out of the first round, I think was in 2004. I heard that stat as well. I'm a stat guy. I got stats. I'm an analytics bro. But that's ridiculous to me. That's absurd. It's super depressing, super upsetting. I feel bad for all these players. I feel bad for all these teams. Maple Leafs, I don't know what happened. I just don't. I mean, I know Carey Price is an absolute stud, but so is Austin Matthews. So is Mitch Marner. Austin Matthews led the league in goals. He scored like over 40 goals this year with the shortened season. And then what's McCall too? Mitch Marner was like had the fourth most goals in the league. So I know Carey Price is a stud, but they just couldn't get anything going. It was really depressing, really upsetting to watch. I feel really bad for Leafs fans. It sucks too because when you think about it, like the Leafs fans and Leafs in general, like when you think of hockey, when you think of Canada hockey, the two teams come to mind, in my opinion. From being like not the hugest fan, the two teams come to mind when I think of hockey, and especially Canadian hockey, is obviously the Montreal Canadiens, who they lost to, coincidentally, and obviously the Maple Leafs, Toronto. That's all I think about, especially because how much of stud Toronto is. They got all these great forwards and stuff like that. Their goalie Campbell was playing pretty well, although he said he led in his worst save of all time, or his worst goal of all time. So, there was that as well. So they had a lot going for them. It's pretty upsetting to me, to be totally honest with you. I feel bad for the poor guys, but yeah, they lost, and there's nothing you can really do about it now. And no expert at all had said that this round would be Canadians versus the Winnipeg Jets. Not a single soul said that. And show me the expert that said it, because if they did, that guy's a genius. But no one said that, because pretty much everyone said it was going to be everyone hoped it was going to be the Oilers versus Toronto. But they understood that maybe there's going to be an upset. It's playoff hockey. Upsets happen all the time. So they were like, at least one of them's going to go. At least McDavid's going to will them to a playoff series win. Not. At least Toronto with all the studs is going to will them to a playoff win. Not. So, I mean, all these guys, they figured something was going to happen, but they didn't. So, again, I feel really bad. It sucks. It's a couple of days now. I hope they can do something next year. I love Austin Matthews. I think he's a great player. I think he's a great guy. I hope they can do something next year. Okay, on to my favorite series of this playoffs so far has been the Bruins versus the Islanders. And maybe it's a little bit more close to home because my buddy who actually lives like down the road that way, his name's Sam Stang. Shout out to Sam Stang. Hasn't been on the podcast yet, but he will be talking about hockey, especially the Islanders. He loves his Islanders, but he loves the Islanders. Now, me being a Rangers fan, obviously, like I said, you can see here, that would make no sense. I'm rooting for the Islanders because I hate Boston teams besides the Patriots. I can care less about the Patriots, but I hate the Bruins. I hate Brad Marchand. I hate Travis Frederick, or whatever his name is. I hate those guys. They're both a bunch of little twerps. I can't stand them. So, yeah, I don't like them at all. I hope they lose. I wish nothing good to happen. I cannot stand them. But I'm rooting for the Islanders strictly for my buddy Sam, because I love Sam. I want him to be happy. He's not an Islander fan. I want Sam to be happy. They haven't been great either as far as winning Stanley Cup recently. It's been a while for him as well. I want him to be happy. I want to see him win. He's been a huge fan for a while now. So I hope they win. I'm rooting for them. But that series has been dynamic. I don't know if you're following it either, but if you're not, you got to follow this as far as Frankie Borelli and Mike Grinelli, two guys from Barstool, electric. You watch those live streams, you watch clips off those live streams, crazy. They are in huge rooms filled with tons of people, everyone going nuts with every single goal scored. They just did it today in Boston. Frankie Borelli, to his credit, gotta give him a lot of credit. He went up to Boston full of tons of Bostonian people, and they were all yelling at him, they're all screaming at him for every goal, and they lost in overtime to such sad loss. It was so quick too. I was in my room and I was like shower or like brushing my teeth or whatever, and then I all of a sudden I look onto the puck. I look onto like my phone. I'm like, oh my god, they lost. Brad Marchand, again, don't like the guy. Don't like how he plays. I think he's a weasel. I think he's a rat. But scored a fantastic goal. Got to give him credit. Just top right, upper net cheese. It was fantastic. Scored a fantastic goal. It was beautiful. So you got to give the guy credit there. I gave him credit, but yeah, don't like him. But anyway. You got to give Frank Borelli tons and tons and tons of credit. I give that guy all the credit in the world. I would love to go there, love to see that happen. That looks so electric. It looks so much fun. And again, this series has been amazing. It's my favorite series of all time. I love it so much. It's been the best series. Now, on to my second favorite series, which would be Avalanche versus the Knights. And now me, I'm being a Rangers fan. I've watched every Ranger game this year. I wanted to really get into it. I wanted to dive deep. I wanted to know all the players. I loved all the players. I wanted to figure it out. I wanted to get into it. But me knowing all the players and stuff like that, I never watched the Avalanche really play. I mean, I know McKinnon and stuff like that. I know Cal McCarr is a fantastic player. I knew all these things were going on. I knew they were great, but I had no clue how good they are. They are phenomenal. And the game's happening right now. I don't really actually know what the score is off the top of my head. I have no clue what the Avalanche Knights score is, but the game has been fantastic. And now I cannot wait to see who wins this game. Avalanche, or as of now, for the Knights, this is kind of a must-win game, to be totally honest with you. Avalanche did their job. They took their 2 home games. They went 2-0. The Knights, you guys got to go 2-0 at least, or at least 3-1. You at least got to win a game, and at this you want a shot. And 3-1, if you get 3-1, you are in trouble. You want a shot. They got to go win the next 2 games, and then hopefully you kind of work it when it goes into the back and forth. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So, but again, it's been fantastic watching McKinnon play. You watch them in game 1 when McKinnon pummeled them, all of them were pummeling them, and they had like this whole like fake. Oh, it was so good. Fantastic play. Great players. Fantastic series. High scoring. Back and forth. It was amazing. This has been great, and that's been my second favorite series to watch. Again, first favorite series, Bruins Islanders. If you're not watching it, watch it. It's electric. Every game, I believe every game has gone to OT. At least the last 2 have definitely gone to OT. And it was phenomenal. How the Islanders won their second game, or how the Islanders won their first game, which was game 2. Awesome. Crazy. How Brad Marchand, top right cheese to win the third game, which was the second win for them in the series. Crazy. So yeah. This has been a crazy series, and I mean, it's been awesome. But now to go into like a little bit of sad news and stuff like that, the hit with Scheifele against Evans, Winnipeg Jets, Canadians, North Division title. It was pretty upsetting. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of fallen. That might be in trouble. We have to wrap this up soon. But I was pretty upsetting to watch a hit, crazy hit. Some people say it's legal. Old timers are saying it's legal. New guys are saying no way it's legal. I don't know. Oh no. Yikes. All right, it is what it is. We're gonna have to fix that later. Budget, again, napkin. We are not balling out here, guys. Budget, though. So anyway, some people say it was a good hit. Some people say it was a bad hit. I don't really exactly know. I'm going to just say I like just hitting. I like the hockey. I love the physicality to it. But again, you got a 4-game suspension. Oh, no. Wow, it's really falling off now. All right, we're going to have to maybe go without Saquon for the day. But yeah, we had a 4-game suspension. It was pretty upsetting. And there we go. That is upsetting. That is really upsetting to me. A little embarrassing. Don't worry. Next week we'll figure it out for sure. Adam Fox, so he stays up. He stays up healthy. Whatever. Anyway, so going into it, Scheifele hits Evans. Crazy hit. But again, only thing I have to say to Evans is, or just in general. So Evans, he's trying to wrap around for the goal, trying to get the game-sealing goal, to get the win in the first game. I understand, but everyone's saying he's got to keep his head up. And I was showing my dad, I mean, he doesn't play hockey. I didn't really play hockey either, so please don't, hockey fans, don't kill me. But everyone was saying he's got to keep his head up. But then again, to the Scheifele needs to make a play on that goal. I'm sorry for mispronouncing his name, by the way, but he needs to make a play on that puck. He needs to stop that from going in, because if he stops it, who knows? They still got like 45 seconds, I think, in the game. If he stops somehow, he could bring it up the rink, and hopefully he could score. And you never know. Again, really upsetting hit. Thank God the guy Evans was totally healthy. Well, not totally healthy, but he looked to be a little more healthy, because you saw him, obviously, he was walking up, and, obviously when they thanked the stretchers, all the medical professionals, they all did a fantastic job. He gets on the stretcher. They did the whole, neutralization thing. He did fantastic. But you could see, he was wiping his face and everything like that. He didn't do the thumbs up thing, but he did, wipe his face. You saw him move his arms a little bit. So he's okay as far as that goes. Probably beat up, probably had a tough morning the next day. But he's okay as far as, nothing long-term paralyzation and stuff like that. He's okay, though. Hopefully. CT, you never know. But again, fantastic game. I mean, it was a really interesting game to watch. High scoring, 5-3 with the empty goal, obviously being the fifth. Really interesting. And yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch, and I was really excited to see that and stuff like that. It's just that hit. It's hard. People are back and forth. I don't really have an opinion on it. I don't have an opinion on it being a new time fan. All I know is I just love the playoffs. I just love the hockey playoffs. It's been fantastic. I want more. I just want more. And I don't think that's much to ask for. I just want more. Get me to the Stanley Cup. I want to see who wins it. Prediction here also. with our low budget. Sorry, with the ratchet jersey. That will be fixed. With the low budget. 11:51 now. June 4th. I say the winner of Vegas versus Colorado wins the cup. And I think Colorado is going to win that series, so I think Colorado's going to win the cup. I think no one can stop Colorado. They're studs. They're so good players. The Bruins and Islanders, they've been beating the shit out of each other, so I don't know about them. The North teams, I don't really feel comfortable with either one. Carey Price has been staying on his head, but besides that, I don't really know. And then between the Lightning and the Panthers, I haven't really been watching that. The Lightning are defending champs, so who knows about them? They never know. You never know with them. But I haven't really been paying attention to that series, sadly. I don't know why I just haven't. So you never know with them, but who knows? I don't really know. Maybe Lightning. If the Lightning come back, it'd be a good challenge. I don't know how the playoff brackets work though. I'm not sure if Lightning plays. I'm not sure if like the South plays the West and the North plays the East. Kind of makes sense if you think about it, I guess. I don't know, but I'm not really sure how that's gonna work out. But I think whoever wins Colorado, I think Colorado's gonna win the cup. That's my prediction right now. I'm saying Colorado wins the cup. Put your money on it. You can trust me. Okay, and now we're gonna end off the show with some shenanigans. LeBron James, playoff series, basketball. I don't really watch basketball. I don't really like basketball. I think it's kind of boring. Sorry, basketball fans. I think it's a little boring. It's not as fun as football with the amazing plays, awesome fantasy football, awesome sport betting, everything. And it's not as fun as hockey as far as quick pace, fast, back and forth, up and down. And yeah, you're gonna say that basketball goes up and down, sure. But basketball doesn't go. They jog. Shoot a three, brick. Shoot a three, brick. It's boring. Hockey, boom, skate, boom, through, clear through, everything. Crazy. It's craziness. It's awesome. It's so much fun. You got to get into it if you're not into it. But there's only one thing I'm going to say. LeBron, how dare you walk out on your team with 5 minutes left? MJ would never do that. Get mad at me. MJ wouldn't do that. I cannot stand LeBron as far as doing that. I think that's absolute BS. Shenanigans, in my opinion. I can't believe he did that, really, to be honest with you. But again, at the end of the day, I kind of can. Because that's the kind of guy he is. I'm a LeBron hater. As you can see here, we're an anti-LeBron podcast. If you're following the podcast, we're anti-LeBron. So I'm a LeBron hater. I think LeBron, I don't like him at all. I don't like what he did to his team at all. You're the leader, dude. You're the vet. You're the second best player of all time, behind Jordan, obviously. You're the second best player of all time. You're these guys. Some of these guys, you're your hero. Like some of these guys grew up. The guys, rookies now, LaMelo, me and LaMelo are the same age. Little scary, if you ask me. But all these rookies are my age now. These guys grew up watching LeBron every single day, wanting to be like LeBron, and now they're playing with him. Dude, I'm sorry you're losing. You're the leader, bro. Stay on the court, dude. Messed up. Absolutely messed up. I was so disgusted by that. And this morning when the Suns beat them, I couldn't be happier. Like I said before, I wake up at like 6 o'clock in the morning for my job and everything. And, I usually wake up a little half awake, gotta rub the crusties out of the eyes and everything like that. I looked at my phone. I knew the series went on. I knew the game was going on. And I just wanted to double check. I was like, did LeBron make a comeback? Because I know it's LeBron. If LeBron's going to make a comeback, if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be LeBron. So it's like, did LeBron make a comeback? So all of a sudden, I looked at my phone. I was like, oh, look at that. Woke up with the best news ever. Suns win them 4-2, easily win. Great series for them. I'm rooting for the Suns. I'm hoping the Suns win. I like the Suns a lot. I hope they win. I like Devin Booker a lot. CP3. That man deserves a ring. That guy deserves a ring, bro. That guy has been a fantastic player, been an all-time player, best, really good point guard, great, actual, pure point guard. So he deserves a win. I'm really happy. I really hope that they do well. I love Devin Booker. I love Chris CP3, like I said. So I hope they win. I'm super excited that they got past the Lakers. That was a tough one. If you think about it, they're the number 2 seed and stuff like that, and you got to go into the Lakers with AD and LeBron, and the only reason why they're I think the 7, right? The only reason why they're 7 is because AD was out with injury all year. That's a tough start. And they were able to get out. Shows how the team they are. Shows the kind of guys they are. And again, LeBron, I don't know what you're doing, dude. I don't know what you're doing. But all right, guys. So thanks for joining the podcast. Like I said before, we're going to be doing weekly videos, and I'm super excited for this. I hope you enjoyed. Again, sorry about that. That will get fixed. That will get settled. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun doing this. I'm really excited. Again, weekly videos coming out. The other thing I forgot to mention is during Giants season, I will be live streaming every game for the Giants. Rangers, I'll do the big games, stuff like that. I'll try to do the big games, stuff like that. Big, rivalries, stuff like that. Big games, fun games. But I won't do every game for the Rangers, 82 games. I can't do 82 games. Sorry. But look, but the NFL, I will do a live stream for every NFL game, for every Giants NFL game. I cannot wait for that, and it's coming, guys. We're like 100 days away from week 1. It's coming. But all right, guys. Again, I'm gonna finish the show. I really appreciate you guys coming, and thanks for listening. And peace, guys.